Dina Marie from Cultured Palate, and today I want to show you how I make a pie crust. Pie crusts are very easy to make from scratch, and nothing tastes better than something made from scratch. My pie crust recipe has shortening and butter in it, and that makes for a much flakier crust. The key and the secret to getting a flaky crust, though, is to make sure that your ingredients, the butter and the shortening and even the water that you use in your recipe, is chilled from the refrigerator, and I actually put ice in my water. So let's get started. I've already mixed up this pie crust. It's chilled for at least 2 hours. And I like to start by flouring my surface, and I use a pretty good bit of flour and just rub it around. And then I take my ball of dough and kind of squish it down into a circle. Then I add a little bit more flour. You want to start rolling your dough out from one side and go all the way across, and then you can go the other way, again from side to side. And one trick that will make it much easier is if you move your pie crust around frequently, even turn it over and then add a little bit more flour on top. So you want to try to get a smooth, round, circular shape, and being as gentle as you can with the dough. You don't want to stretch it. In one of Julia Child's cookbooks, she says, whatever you stretch now will shrink back down later. I'm going to add a little bit more flour and just keep rolling until I get a nice smooth circular disc. Now the recipe that goes with this video is for an easy pie crust, and it will bake enough for 2 pies. Now to put it into my pie pan, I'm going to fold the dough in half, and then in half again, make it quarters, and then just gently pick it up. I've already sprayed my dish with a non-stick coating, and then I'm going to place it in the pie plate, being as gentle as possible, getting it smooth. Now, you can see I have a lot of overlap, and I do want some, but I'm going to have about a thumb's width, and I'm going to tear it off all the way around. Now, this dough can be used later. This pie crust will keep in the refrigerator for about 5 days. It freezes very well. The pie crust recipe can be doubled, so especially for holiday baking, which is my most popular time for pies. It's nice to go ahead and make up all my pie crust and freeze it, and then just take it out. I thaw it in the refrigerator so it's ready. Now, I like to fold the raw edge under, so I'm left with a nice, smooth, finished edge. And you can tell it's a little bit higher than the pie plate. I just keep turning my dish until I get it all the way around. Now, I'm sure there are different ways to finish your pie crust, but this is the way that I use. Now, I'm going to take my left hand, my index finger and my thumb, the index finger of my right hand, and just shape it between, just pressing very gently so that I get a nice rippled edge. And again, you just keep rotating your pie plate until you go all the way around. Now, when I get done, I can go ahead and fill this, or I can just bake it blind, and that just means I'm baking it without a filling. If I do that, then I'm going to want to put some dried beans in it to hold the shape. But this one is going to be a pumpkin pie, and I'm going to use it right away. So I'm going to take a fork, and I'm just going to make little fork holes in it. And now my pie crust is ready for baking. I'm going to fix my filling, put it all in the oven and bake it, and I will have a beautiful golden brown flaky crust. I hope this encourages you to try to make your own pie crust.